So, first place talking about golf. Oh boy. For the first time in podcast history, we're talking about golf. And I know I don't
Are you
watch
guys
golf. I'm pretty
excited?
sure you don't watch
Are
golf,
you guys
Simon.
excited? We're
Oh
golfing.
yeah.
We golfing,
Oh yeah.
boys.
We golfing.
Everyone else is heading to the
I have
playoffs now. We golfing.
yeah. Now, I have never watched a single second of golf in my life, other than the when you leave Sports Center on a little too long and they start talking about the Masters. Um, it's not a sport that I like. I get on
Oh.
baseball for being kind of long, drawn out, and boring. Like I'm looking at golf. Um, Now, the golf fans watching this may be like, "Wow, fuck you for dragging our sport under a bus." Um, but the reason I bring all this up is because of what we're talking about today, which is the tomorrow's golf league. Is that what TGL? Was that what the acronym was? Tomorrow's golf league.
TGL.
Um, so this is a really interesting new concept. It's the reason we're talking about golf and we like never do. Um, because it's a golf league that is being started by, I believe it's Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, and another guy that I don't remember the name,
Yeah.
but not necessarily as recognizable as the other two. And I think it's a really fascinating concept. And I'll kind of if you look it up, there's a couple of great videos that they put out in terms of how it works. But I'll just kind of go over what the format is here before we talk about it. Um, so it's turning golf into almost more of like a stadium sport, like any of the other sports that we're talking about. It's 15 holes of golf divided into two sessions. So this is all from their website. 9 holes of triples, which is like the three teams of three, and they alternate shots play together. 6 holes of singles where they'll play head to head. And these are actual like teams. Like you're looking at the teams they've got now and like linked to actual cities. The Atlanta Drive, Boston Common, Jupiter Links Golf Club, Los Angeles Golf Club, New York Golf Club, TGL San Francisco. Like these are actual teams with actual cities, and they'll be playing games against each other. It's not just like how golf normally works, where everybody's playing for themselves. There's actually going to be like a regular season with it's the same point system as the NHL. Like, it's really interesting. Um, the other big thing is that they'll be playing into a simulator for a lot of it. Like, it's going to be in one confined room, and they'll be playing these holes. They'll shoot into a simulator until they get to like the green, and then they'll have an actual green that is supposed to like terraform
Yeah.
to like it's supposed to like change based on which that's fucking cool. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Um, but anyway, that's a lot of information. I'm sure we'll get into more like if you want more it explained in a better way than me rambling. Look it up. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
They have some very good videos out
But
there. Like seriously,
yeah,
like these videos are very
break
very
it
well
down
made.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which this is just fascinating, and I think it's a great way to try to make golf more mainstream and digestible. Because I think it's a big reason a lot of people don't watch golf. You talk about baseball having a problem attracting like younger people. Like think about golf
Yeah.
and how like few younger people are. But like I would genuinely be interested in this to see how it
Oh yeah.
goes.
You know what I
There's
was
a
just
lot
thinking
of
that.
different
Like
things I could talk
you
about.
pointed
But
out you pointed out that both of us don't watch golf. Neither of us play golf as another secondary thing to throw in there. Like it's the type of thing where I haven't necessarily had any reason to watch golf more than anything else. Like
yeah,
I can say that most of the reasons that I've had to sit down and watch golf is generally when I was younger. My dad occasionally watches the Masters, so I would have to watch the Masters very very rarely. And not to say that that has added to my understanding of golf as a whole at all. But it's the type of thing where personally it was just never anything that really interested me that much. I can fully say watching these commercials and stuff like that, this seems pretty fun. Like it seems very interesting.
yeah,
They're going to be playing obviously they'll be playing a full season, which I also think just adds to the fun of it. It's indoor.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot more of it's going to be a lot more I don't know. I think it works a lot better as a spectator sport because I've I've very much came very close to wanting to learn how to golf at many points in my life, and with the main reason early on in life, I can say that it was laziness being the main reason I never really learned how to play golf past just going to the range for like once every like 2 years. And more recently, it's been more lack of time. But it's from everything I've heard from everybody I know who's played it, even just like whether it's casually, whether they go fairly often, it's a great time. Golfing's fun, but it's the type of thing that I don't really get it as a spectator sport. I just don't think it necessarily works that well, at least personally. I'm sure I will get ripped to shreds for that by all the golf fans out there. Like you said, like it's not like we're trying to drag you through the mud. It's just the fact that this quite literally this solves all of the issues that I have with sitting down and watching golf. In a nutshell.
Because I just don't think anybody like. I'm sure there is people, but I don't think I've ever seen someone around our age be like, "Oh yeah, big golf guy. I'll sit down and watch golf for like hours upon hours on end." And I do think like a lot of that is just due to how slow the sport is generally. And I think this kind of solves a lot of that in terms of upping the pace and also giving it real stakes. I think creating teams is a big thing, because otherwise, I don't know, like how do you become a like Tiger Woods versus Rory McIlroy versus whatever other golfer like fan, like Phil Mickelson, like how do you identify with these guys versus like having a team like, oh, I live in Atlanta, I'm gonna cheer for the Atlanta Golf
I
Club.
can kind of speak on that just in the fact that I do follow sports like boxing and sports stuff like that where it isn't a team. It's I mean there's gyms and shit, but that doesn't count. Like there's it's more single and you kind of more become a fan of people. It's very different because I'm not going to sit here like I do with Flames in the NHL where like I don't really feel like watching an Ottawa Senators Montreal Canadiens game. I'm going to go watch a Flames Oilers game and I'm not going to watch hockey if the Flames aren't on. Like it's not the same thing. Like when you're watching boxing or MMA, most fans tune in for everything. Right? Like they tune in for all the big stuff where it's like just because Conor McGregor isn't fighting on this card doesn't mean I'm not going to tune in. You're usually a fan of multiple different fighters and I think as somebody who doesn't watch golf, maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I have a funny feeling it's a similar thing with golf, where you like someone for their personality, maybe you like them for their style, maybe they're a bit more reckless, maybe they're a bit more like who knows what it is. I'm sure maybe you just appreciate someone's greatness. Who knows?
Yeah, but I think I think that's a great comparison to make. I think that is kind of to my point though in terms of it's a lot easier for a casual fan to get into it just because like this team is this from the city I'm from versus like knowing the boxing style of someone or knowing the golfer's personality. Like it's a much easier gateway into doing that and much easier path to fandom. Because like I do think the whole fandom thing is a big part of it too. Because yes, like like you said, certain fighters in boxing will have like fans, but it's not the same as hockey.
Yeah.
Right? To where
those fans still tune into other cards they're not fighting on.
Yeah. Whereas it's not necessarily the same for all these other sports. And I think that'll be really interesting. And it can because the other thing that's interesting about this too is obviously it's not going to be the only golf thing ever. Like there's still going to be the PGA Tour, there's still going to be the like LIV Tour or whatever the second one is. But it'll also boost the popularity of those golfers. It's like, wow, I saw this guy play for my Boston team, and now I'm going to be cheering for him to win the Masters.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think it's a great opportunity to grow the game that way too.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you at all. I honestly think this is just a good thing for golf as a whole. It does. I really hope it succeeds, but I think afterwards I'm really curious what it's going to do to regular golf. Like, let's say this thing absolutely blows up. Like, what happens at that point? Like, let's say the TGL in a magical, mystical world that maybe probably doesn't exist, right? Let's say it grows and grows and eventually is as big as the PGA. Like, what happens in that situation, right? Like, do you think that this actually legitimately, looking at how it's going to work, has the potential to grow to that level? Or do you think this is the type of thing that we see pop up every once in a while? Like, with football, we saw, like, I don't know. The next closest thing I can think of that changed shit to this level would be like, you probably remember this, Caleb, the fan controlled football thing, where like you can like pick plays for the team, stuff like that, and they play on a smaller field, all that shit. Like this, it feels kind of similar to this, with the main difference that I fully believe that this might have the chance to actually go big.
Well, this is with like no disrespect to these guys, but this isn't like with the burnt out like Johnny Manziel's and Josh Gordon's.
That's a very good point. True.
This is with genuinely like the top golfers in the world, and it's run by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, that's like, a fair point. This is a
big thing. This isn't like some small spring football experiment. Like this is like the main guys who are trying to innovate the sport. And in terms of like how this affects the main like PGA Tour, LIV Tour, all that, I do think it's really interesting because the PGA Tour has kind of been teetering the last few years because of the Saudi leagues the Saudi league that has come in and taken a lot of golfers, and it's kind of like divided up the sport, right? Where some golfers are golfing for PGA and some golfers are golfing for LIV because of the all of the money there, obviously, right? So it's already kind of unstable ground there. I wonder if this is like the way things are going to go. Obviously, it's still very new, still a startup, lots to figure out there. But it does feel like this is the future, a lot more so than other things that you could just pass up as experiments, even though this is very experimental.
Can I also say that I love the logos they have for their teams? Like they're legitimately awesome. They're on their website. Like just if you scroll down, you can see like the teams. Like it's Atlanta Drive GC, Boston Common Golf, Jupiter Links Golf Club, Los Angeles Golf Club, New York Golf Club, TGL, San Francisco. I was gonna ask you, if you haven't seen them yet, I'll let you get here and take a peek at all of them. I was gonna ask if you live here, because this is 100% recorded live, have your pick for who Caleb Peterson will be supporting in the 2025 TGL golf season.
Boston Common is a frog. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta see. I only see two of them. I don't know where I can find the rest of them. Oh, here's some more. It's kind of. There's the LA logo. Like those are kind of nice logos.
Oh yeah, they're super nice.
It'll be interesting to see in terms of like the jerseys and stuff. Like if
that's true. Yeah. I will say that I am a very big fan of the color scheme of Jupiter Links. Oh, and Tiger Woods has been confirmed as their first player. Yeah, no, that's my team. Call dibs. Fuck you. Choose a different team, asshole.
See, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I do think teams is such a big thing in sport in terms of like getting people to actually care.
Actually, Caleb, interested. This is if you haven't seen them yet, I'll scroll through them here.
Okay, yeah, I'm having trouble finding them. Okay, there's Atlanta.
There's Atlanta. Boston Common Golf.
Oh, Boston has a logo with a frog.
They do have that. I'm seeing that too. But some of the teams I think have multiple different things. That's Jupiter Links, Los Angeles.
Yeah, saw that. That's kind of cool.
New York Golf Club.
That's also cool.
And then TGL San Francisco doesn't have a team yet, or doesn't have like.
Well, I can't cheer for any team in San Francisco because that goes against my morals.
That's true. That's a fair point.
I also feel like I can't cheer for a team in like. I don't like any of these cities other than.
I was gonna point that out too. Like it's a little hard to cheer for.
Like I like
a team out of Florida,
but I don't think I can cheer for Boston. I think that maybe leaves like Atlanta. I don't know. Give me a Seattle Golf Club. But anyways,
I'm sure that's coming with all of the very, very. I mean, maybe Seattle's not unrealistic. Who knows? I'm looking at that color scheme and going, hell yeah, that's my kind of thing.
You. That's probably who I'd pick too.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But fuck you. Everyone knows that every team can only have one fan, and they are me. I am the fan of Jupiter Links Golf Club.
God damn it. You better show up in full Jupiter Links merch for the next
it's gonna happen.
You're revoking your fan status.
It's gonna happen. I'm that big of a golf guy, has been previously established.
one thing that I think we should touch on is the whole simulator aspect. I think that is probably going to be the most divisive thing about this. In terms of like, you pointed it out before the podcast, like how good are they actually going to be? I think it's a big question.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing that I said to you as well is like I have had the pleasure of walking through a few people's rich houses, not mine, I'm very poor, but like a few rich people's houses who has like golf simulators, and usually I'm still like, wow, this is in your house, but I'm looking at it and going, wow, why did you pay for that? Like, as someone who doesn't golf, I look at it and just go like, that, you are hitting a golf ball at a tarp, my friend. Like, there's not much going on here that should be costing thousands of dollars, but I don't know, like I know anything about it. I don't know. I look at it and kind of just wonder, or I think to myself, this has to be one hell of a simulator. Like, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
When Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy is the two people putting, like, the money into it, I'm sure this will be millions of dollars worth of technology in this entire thing. I am sure of it. But
oh yeah,
it's still a thought in my head of like, what if the one thing that I think could absolutely sink this is if in their first season they bring it out and it's a regular golf simulator.
It's
like
not.
I know,
it's not.
I know, but like if they bring it out and it's not like revolutionary is what I mean. Like this needs to literally put all golf simulators to shame in my opinion.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send. You can just look up like TGL Golf Simulator to get a pretty good image of like a concept image at least of what they're wanting to do. Because they say in their video that the simulator is like it's like 20 times the size of the standard one, and it is. It's 46 feet tall and 64 feet wide, so it's pretty huge. And like in terms of this one that I've got, this image that I've got up here, like it sounds like there's a lot of technology in there. Like the field is like 100 yards long, so they're not hitting into it from that full depth because you have the green.
This is the image that they show.
Pretty big.
It is that guy. Look at him. He is the simulator.
Yeah, it's like they're hitting into it from a decent while away, and it's huge. It says they've got here are some of the features they list: accurate impact data for each shot, custom designed golf holes, interactive monitor that allows teams to preview and strategize. It's got full swing kit launch monitors, and then like the thing about the green too is like the 3 virtual greens with 189 actuators and jacks, so like it can shift. It does seem like it's very technologically advanced. I do think, again, the simulator thing, like when I watched this video, like not knowing what it was, I was kind of like, oh, well, that makes me less excited.
Yeah.
Considering they're just hitting it.
Well, like think about it like this: in an arena, how else would they do it? I guess, right?
Yeah, that's the point. It's like you think about it for a little bit longer, and you're like, okay,
like what? Are you just gonna send Tiger Woods out there to mini golf? Like, start a mini golf league. Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be so sick. I want to see Tiger Woods just absolutely wreck the shit out of like some really really garbage mini golf place. Like, and I'm talking like
11-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah. You like this place. You pay $10 to get into it, and you are hitting with clubs that don't work. The golf balls are made out of like cheap plastic, and you're hitting into like plastic cups. I want to see Tiger Woods dominate, just dominate an 11-year-old's birthday party.
Fuck up the hole with the windmill.
It would be so Woods. Nuts.
You know the hole that always has like 3 different holes and then they shoot out and you don't know which one it is? Tiger Woods would fuck that up.
Tiger Woods would know. He would know which one it is. You don't think Tiger Woods knows which of the 3 mystery holes you have to shoot your mini golf ball into? No, Tiger Woods knows.
That or I would fuck up Tiger Woods because I've played the COP golf course. I've played there my whole life. I know which one it is. He doesn't fucking know.
He doesn't fucking know. Tiger Woods doesn't know that this is my... Tiger Woods coming for all that I've fucking worked for. I have spent the last 12 birthdays. 12... How many birthdays have you come here for, Tiger Woods?
You haven't even been to fucking Calgary. Fuck you.
In other words, start a mini golf league. We should start a mini golf league.
That's more fun.
Maybe that's the trick play. That's the true trick play dream. The trick play mini golf league. Yeah, that'd be so sick.
We got to get some of that Saudi money to start.
That's true. Here, that is probably the one thing we're missing, huh?
Subscribe to the podcast to give us like a Saudi oil billionaire type.
You know what, Caleb? We need to come out and say it right now. If there is a magical world out there where me and Caleb are sitting on our YouTube money thrones, like 10 years down the road, we're both living in our Los Angeles mountain like mansions. You know what I mean? Like 100 million subscribers. What we will do with that money? We're coming out and saying it right now. You can come back here. Hold me to it. If there is a day that I'm swimming in my pool of liquid gold, you, the fan, have the right to come to my house and go, Simon, I think you owe us some. After all these years, you owe us some. Where's the mini golf league? Where's the damn mini golf league? That's my version of jumping in a pool. I'm placing long odds on this one, Caleb.
I don't think that's long odds. We're on the upswing.
Destined for greatness. Destined for greatness out here. Oh yeah, big time.
Trick play mini golf league coming 2045.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna be doing this for a while before hitting that. I think
we're both like 50 years old.
Yeah, finally at the age to be able to play golf. It'll be great. That'll make it so much better too. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Make sure to check in on us if we're still doing trick play at 50. I think that might be a concern.
That might be a concern. Unless we're making millions. Then it might be less of a concern.
We could.
We could be. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, with how our subscriber count's been going up recently.
Subscribe. Subscribe to fund the future mini golf league. The TPML.
We're getting
TPMGL.
We're getting the outro promos done early here. Mini golf. This is for the mini golf league.
This is for the mini.
Shout out Trick Play Mini Golf League.
Oh yeah, big time. Check out the mini golf league, featuring people like Tiger Woods' grandson.